You know, most of us could use more exercise, myself included. Getting started, that really can be the hardest part. And a lot of people might think you have to go hard, go big to see any benefits.
Yeah, but that's just not true. You know, just getting out for a walk can make a huge difference. The American Heart Association encouraging all of us to get more steps in this April. Starting now can help us develop healthy habits that continue all year long. Jana Saminsky is the executive director of the West Michigan branch of the AHA, here to tell us more about Move More Month. Jana, thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much for allowing me to come.
Absolutely.
Super excited.
Yeah, so tell us about what Move More Month is all about and how we can all participate.
Absolutely. So the terrible fact is that cardiovascular disease is the #1 killer of Americans, and yet it oftentimes is preventable. And one of those key prevention points is moving more. So the American Heart Association has the month of April as Move More Month, and we're really encouraging everybody to take that to heart and to get out and move more.
Well, as we mentioned, getting started, that can be the hardest part. So, what does that mean? Move more. What's the definition? What's the bare minimum, Jana?
The bare minimum is anything, really, right? So unfortunately, 1 out of 4 adults in the United States are sedentary for over 8 hours a day. So what we really encourage is, as from the American Heart Association, is moving 150 minutes of moderate exercise per week, or 75 minutes of vigorous. So when you break that down, that's not much. And it can be anything. We talk a lot about walking because that's easy for people to be able to do, but it can be anything that you do and enjoy. If you can take the stairs instead of the elevator, when you're parking in a parking lot, go to the edges and walk a little bit further. Make it fun. Go for a walk with your family or your coworkers. If you have to take a virtual call that you don't have to be on FaceTime, take a walk. Take that call outside. It's really about making those little changes, and anything is better than nothing.
Yeah, and let's talk to that and how big a difference these small changes can make on someone's overall health. I mean, 8 hours a day sitting can't be good. Obviously, death is the worst case scenario, but this leads to all other sorts of complications as well.
There are studies that show that making just 10 to 20 minutes more of moving a day rather than sitting, exchanging that sitting for moving, can drastically improve your chance. You know, your mental health is better, it reduces stress, it improves your sleep, it just boosts your mood, and it does reduce the risk of heart disease as well. So
I'm glad you mentioned that one part, because over the past, Michelle will attest, I avoid exercise for most of my life, like the plague, but the past year has been a pretty rough year for our house. So exercise has turned into a mental health outlet for me. I mean, we talk about the heart and how good it is for you physically, but your headspace, that's a big part of it.
It is a big part of it, and it boosts your mood, it reduces stress, and sleep is such an important part of life's essential aid, is getting that recommended sleep, and moving and exercising leads to better sleep as well. So it all plays into the big picture together.
And a weird thing happens to you, since I avoided it my whole life. After you do it for a while, you start to miss it when you don't do it. It becomes that habit of something that you kind of rely on and like.
Absolutely. It becomes a very healthy habit, and if you can get out and walk outside to the sunlight, just being fresh outdoors is very helpful as well.
Yeah, and it's something that's great to do in groups too, because you can embrace this and you can encourage other people to take a walk with you. And let's talk about pets too, because that could be a great way to really inspire you to get out, maybe adopt a puppy and get out and walk more.
Absolutely. There are also studies that prove that owners of pets are happier and they're healthier. And it's because they're outside and they're walking their animals. So definitely proof. There's studies that prove that, yes.
So that's so simple. What you're talking about seems so simple, but getting people to take those first steps, right? Are there any resources, any place that we can go for some encouragement, some motivation?
Yeah, the American Heart Association is a resource-rich organization. So we encourage everybody to go to heart.org, and you can find so much information there on the benefits of exercise, moving more, helpful hints to get started. The key is just finding something that you like. If you're not a runner, telling somebody to go run is not going to help. But it's just about, gardening, it counts. Vacuuming the house. I mean, there is just so many different ways. Dancing, just doing fun stuff. It's just moving your body.
I love that.
And parenting Daphne.
There you go. Chasing a child
My
around. That
7-year-old.
absolutely counts.
She gets my heart rate up every day.
Yeah, Shanna, thank you so much
Thank
for your
you so
time.
much.
We appreciate it. You want to learn more, find those resources, heart.org/move more. We'll be right back.